Hello and welcome to my channel, The English Mentor. Today I'm going to conduct an interview of Mr. Haider Ali Seher, who has been teaching English in schools and colleges and universities. You know, he has a good command over spoken as well as written English. You can say he's some kind of veteran. Today, he will be answering different questions. For example, what sort of problems students are facing in learning English, what content they should learn, and how to understand different text, especially English text. Let's talk to him. Over to you, Mr. Haider, please.
Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. This is Haider Ali. I am a teacher by profession. I am currently serving as a visiting lecturer in Fatima Jinnah Women University, Rawalpindi, and I also teach Cambridge students via YC Solutions. So I am here to shoot this video for English Mentor. I am being asked that, do you have any experience of teaching English in the Valley, in Nagar proper especially, and what kind of hindrances I see, and maybe this video will help out many of the students who want to learn, who want to break the barriers of English learning and be A grade students. A grade, I don't mean that A grade in the sense of marking, I mean intellectually stained as an A grade student. So first of all, I will talk about why English is important. See, any modern discipline, any kind of modern discipline, that be political science, sociology, and sciences, especially chemistry, biology, physics, biotechnology, everything. Once you pass a certain stage, you cannot ignore English. For example, once you enter into your university education, once you get admissions in universities, there is no way out. There is no way out. Let's say there is no escape from learning from English. Why? Because every other content is in English. So I have experience. Let's say I have been here for more than a year. I have been teaching here for more than a year. I have taught at Uswa Public School as a volunteer teacher. I have taught here in Greenleaf Public School, which is still running for more than a year, and I have also been a teacher of English at a very young age at a federal government women girls higher secondary school. It has now upgraded to a college, and there are college classes as well. So in another video, English Mentor himself has told you that what kind of difficulties our students are facing in learning English. Same issues I will be discussing. For example, our students shy away from learning English. First of all, why do they shy away? Because it's an alien to them. For example, in an environment where the traditional teaching methodology has been enhancing, and it has enhanced traditional teaching. For example, they have been taught English literature, even stories, plays, and everything via translation. And for example, once a student is satisfied that, you know what, I understand what the content is about, he is now relaxed about it. So that, I think, is the major issue of being away from English. So what should we do? What should we do? We have to see that the content, what does that content signify in English? For example, we have to see why it is important to understand that content in English itself. Why is it necessary to understand the context of that particular piece? For example, if there is a Shakespearean play, its setting is in, for example, in a foreign country. it's, for example, it is set in Europe, for example, it is set in Denmark, it's set in Venice, it's set in old England. So first of all, you have to understand the let's say the context and the plot behind it, and you have to understand the culture behind what the piece is about. So this way you will learn a lot. You will learn a lot about the cultures, and you will learn a lot about the let's say the chunks of English language. You will understand if you translate it literally, it means different from the actual context. So first of all, we have to look at the context. We have to look at the let's say the piece through the lens of let's say syntax, for example, grammar, for example, style, for example. There are a lot of things attached to English. It's just not spoken English, which I am doing right now. So there are a lot of things attached to English language. For example, you have to understand the syntax. You have to understand the what the writer is thinking. You have to understand the contexts behind. You have to understand the connotations of words. You have to understand the let's say annotations attached to the words. And there are a lot of things regarding that. So this video will be so long if I get into the hindrances of the area. Yet I would say, come out of that comfort zone. You know what? Many of students walk up to me and say, Sir Haider, what is that one thing we could do to improve our English? I tell them one thing. For example, if you diagnose a disease in yourself, it's a human body, for example. If a doctor diagnoses a disease, what is the next step after diagnosis? Once a disease is diagnosed, you search for a cure, and you do not stay idle. Let's say you do not go and lie down and you will say, you know what, this is going to get better itself, or you would wait for the death. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to search for a doctor. You're going to search for a cure. Likewise, for example, if you lack in certain areas, for example, in English you might be good in spoken, yet you will lack in written English. You would lack in listening. You would lack in other English areas. I would not go in detail. So the next step is you have to work on yourself. You have to work. You have to, let's say, first of all, you have to master grammar, and you have to enrich your vocabulary. If you master your grammar and if you enrich your let's say vocabulary, 70% of your work is done. Now the second thing, the actual mastery of language comes. For that you have to study a lot. You know what, until and unless you do not read, for example, literary books, you are not going to understand the actual context and actual, let's say, the actual essence of the language. So that is why you have to read a lot. And one more thing, when a text is displayed in front of you, it is let's say the model of English native speakers, how English native speakers communicate with each other. For example, we are living in an area where we do not have natives, we cannot speak with them. If we speak with our colleagues, let's say our classmates, and let's say for example, if our parents and teachers, even they are not aware of the context. They are not aware of the modern day trends of the language, because the language is dynamic and it's changing. So if you read on daily basis, read newspaper, read papers, read magazines, and read blogs, and listen to English short videos, documentaries and stuff, this is going to enrich you in so many ways. Even I promise you, for example, if you listen to one technique, and that is watching short videos of English learning, and you, for example, there is for example, if you go on IELTS preparation page on Facebook, there are short videos that improve your hearing, as well as you can speak in the style of native speakers. So there are a lot of things I can say. Yeah, the first thing is that you have to work on yourself. You go out and you come out of your comfort zone, you break that shell you are in, and you think out of the box, you come out of the box especially, and leave your bed. For example, if you stay idle and stay lie and you think that my English is going to get better, it is not, I promise you, and you are going to stay an English phobic for the rest of your life. So English is just a language, it's just a language, it's just a simple language, and it's easier than Urdu, it's easier than Punjabi, and it's easier than Arabic and Persian. It's a very plain simple language, and if you work half of that, for example, if you work in sciences, if you work half of that, you work in sciences, you're going to be a better English speaker, which is not going to help you in being confident and being, let's say, a person of, let's say, an opinion. It's not going to only do that, it's also going to help you in your studies as well. It's going to help you in university studies. And yeah, so far this is my message. Come out of your shells, break the barriers, think out of the box, break the shells, and do something. Do something means go and work on yourself. Thank you so much. I'll see you in another video, and subscribe to this channel, English Mentor, and go follow his Facebook page and wait for the new content. Thank you so much.